I know it looks fake, but it's real. The office is actually quite boring, but because we do live television here, we want this crazy view in the background. And so, anyway, it's very nice. We've been doing a lot of reporting this week about crime rates in the city because of the arraignment of Bob Lee's, the Cash App founder Bob Lee's, the man arrested for that. He's in court this week. And so we've been looking at violent crime. And what's so interesting is that San Francisco, I mean, first of all, we get a lot of attention for a city of less than a million people. And that national reputation for crime is deserved when it comes to something like property crime. Property crime in the city, very strong, second only to Oakland, where I live. But violent crime is widely misunderstood. So people in this city, the data shows, are as safe from violent crime as they were in the 1960s. We far and away trail other cities of greater than 750,000 people when it comes to murders. So that part is really misunderstood, but officials here are really eager to turn the reputation around. And the new DA, Brooke Jenkins, her policies really diverge from her predecessor, the recalled DA, Chesa Boudin, who she criticized and spoke and sought to replace. Unfortunately for most cities across America, the actions of DAs very rarely affect the crime rate. And what it does not seem to be moving the needle on at all here is overdose deaths. So in the first 3 months of this year, more than 200 people died of overdose. And that is a 41% increase from the year prior. We've got new flavors of fentanyl coming out of the market. I mean, it's just that part is awful. And you can see that everywhere in the city, along with mental health. You see people living unhoused with tremendous, obvious mental health difficulties. And here we do not have, unfortunately, the resources for that uh, problem. You know, the nearest inpatient facility, a big inpatient facility, is in Napa, which is like an hour away. We don't have the kind of resources that we need for that. But what I've been talking to, the public defender, and he was just pointing out that it is in the war on drugs. He argues has failed, and that we need to be thinking about how to create stability in people's lives, how to turn things around that way, rather than thinking about accountability. So, of course, the public defender and the DA would feel differently about this. The DA ran on a platform of accountability, but people here definitely feel that we need to turn around property crime. Sure, the drug problem, that's the big one, but violent crime, as anybody who lives here knows, is very low. Your window gets broken in your car, no question, but it turns out that the unfortunate murder of this tech executive is a real outlier and doesn't say anything about the crime rate in the city. It says more about our assumptions about that crime rate.